And Union Finance Minister Arun Jailtey today chaired a quarterly review meeting of the chairman and managing directors of the public sector banks and financial institutions in New Delhi. Addressing the media after the meeting, Finance Minister said that the ministry would work on coordinated action to deal with the stress in the public sector banks. Finance Minister Arun Jailtey met the heads of PSU banks and reviewed their performance and also discussed various issues related to the banking system, including bad loans and interest rate reduction. Jailtey, after the meeting, said that the Reserve Bank will significantly improve the banking sector in reasonable time.
The transient problem obviously will remain because the credit offtake has to pick up and the recoveries have to improve. But the series of steps which the Reserve Bank has announced, which some of the banks have been implementing, will certainly improve on the quality of those assets. The government also has been extremely proactive in responding to each of the sectors.
Jailtey stressed upon the need to address each sector's NPA problems independently. The gross NPAs of PSBs rose to 6.03% at the end of June 2015, as against 5.20% in March 2015. Jailtey also assessed the progress made under the Jan Dhan Yojana and Prime Minister's social security schemes, among other issues. Talking about the reforms taken in power sector and steel sector, FM hoped for a better performance of the sectors.
Problems relating to the steel sector, where several steps of a revenue nature have been taken by the government, were discussed. Several suggestions have been offered by the bankers in relation to both steel and aluminium. Some of them have been examined by the Department of Revenue, and the Secretary DFS would be coordinating further discussions between the banks and the Department of Revenue as to what other proactive policy steps are required to be taken in order to improve the health as far as the banks are concerned.
As the government is trying to meet its asset sales target, Finance Minister Arun Jailtey said cutting states and state-run companies will become crucial to help plug its deficit. India has raised about $2 billion of its disinvestment target so far this year. It is apparently clear by the Finance Minister Arun Jailtey's words that the efforts are on to improve the scope of synergy between the banking system and the other sectors in addressing the problems related to NPAs and also other stalled projects. Also, the efforts are on to implement the other social security schemes in a much more efficient way in the rest of the year. With camera person Nair, this is Venkatraman reporting for DD News, New Delhi.